Hi, my name is Daniel Pedroso. I am the founder of Nexivol, and I'm here today to actually give you a quick demo of the platform. We're going to build an end-to-end AI agent. This agent is going to be able to answer questions about company policies, and the agent will also be able to send emails, not just write emails, but send emails as well. So we're going to break this into three parts. The first one is going to be the creation of a knowledge base. This knowledge base is going to contain all company policies. The second part is going to be the creation of the agent itself and the attachment of that knowledge base to the agent, so the agent has access to it. And finally, the third part, we're going to actually talk to the agent and ask questions, get the agent to answer questions about these policies, and finally to send an email. And again, this part is actually really interesting because this is where the power of AI agents actually really starts to kick in. So without further ado, let's jump into it. The very first stage here is to create a knowledge base. Company policies, and drop this big list of policies in there. And as you can see, as the policies are being processed, they're changing status. What's happening here behind the scenes is all these policies are being translated into text. They're being run through an embedding model. So it actually gets turned into a big list of numbers basically behind the scenes, and everything is being stored in a vector database. So now the next stage is for us to create the agent itself. So we're going to go here into agents and we're going to create a new one. So I'm going to call this agent policy agent for obvious reasons. I'm going to give it a description and a set of instructions. So this is where you can give very general instructions to the model. It can be as complex as you want it to be, really. So we're going to use GPT-4 for this one. And I will show in a minute how you can actually use other models. So here is the agent. So the next step now is to attach the knowledge base. So we're going to attach the company policies knowledge base in here. This will make the knowledge base now completely accessible to this agent. Now we got to the third part, which is the conversation. So we're going to start a new conversation with the policy agent, ask it a question about system outages, which, knowing the policies, it should actually respond with information about the disaster recovery policy and there you go, the incident response and reporting policies. So it found the right policies. It is writing some information about it. So now that it's done responding to the question, I'm going to send another message. This time, I'm going to say, Dan is new in the company and is on call today. He's having to handle his first system outage. Please send this info to dan@nexivol.com, including the links. And it finished sending the email, and I already got the notification here on my phone. And here it is, the email sent by the agent. So it says, Dear Dan, welcome to the team. It remembered I told it that Dan was new in the team. I understand you're on call today and facing your first system outage. Here's a quick guide on how to navigate the situation effectively based on our company policy. So it's going to list everything, provide the links to the policy files, and everything. Now I'm going to do something a little different here, and I'm going to go back to the to the agent definition, and I'm going to change this from OpenAI to Gemini. And I can come back to the conversation. Nothing looks any different than before. So now I can actually ask another question, and this one is actually going to be handled by Gemini, not by GPT-4. And there we go. So I asked, is there a requirement for security training? Do I need to arrange one for Dan? And it says, yes, there is a requirement for security training for all employees, including Dan as a new employee. Again, you can see that I didn't mention in this specific message that Dan was new, but it got it from the context. Again, it did not lose the context just because we changed the model. Requirement: employees and contractors must be trained, blah, 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 etc. And yes, it is your responsibility to ensure that Dan receives the required security training, etc., etc. So it is continuing to work seamlessly. So just a quick recap: we've created a knowledge base that includes all company policies in there. We have created an agent that has access to this policy. And finally, we had a conversation with the agent, got the agent to find the policies and answer questions about policies, and even got the agent to actually send an actual email. And again, the email is just one example of a custom tool. These can be as simple or as complicated as they need to. So if you have any requirements, they can be anything from the agent needs to send an API request, to the agent needs to create a file, to this agent needs to actually communicate with an IoT device. Whatever it is, we can actually do it. If you want to get in touch, and we can build those for you. And that is it. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time, and bye.